Good morning, everybody. Today is day 97 on the AT, and it's 5:43, and I'm leaving the hangar. Headed Nobo. Getting an early start. That's pretty good. I had one other section hiker come in, Kurt Turlex, who is a Reform minister, and I had lots of good conversation with. I really enjoyed the few hours I had before I went to sleep talking to Turlex. And this morning he prayed for me before I left. And really neat guy from Michigan. And we talked a little theology. I try not to get into that, and you don't want to do that on the trail. And I was just kind of tongue-in-cheek because I knew he was probably Calvinist, and I'm borderline Calvinist, but I'm just haven't given up the free will aspect, and I know all the scriptures on both sides. But we won't get into that on this channel. I don't want to do that. We had fun talking about it just briefly. But I am headed up here to the house. And the charge here, well, it's a donation only type thing. It's $15 for the night stay in their hangar. They just accept donations. I'm gonna Venmo them a little money and fill my water bottle up. If the hangar's full, you can stay in the bus. Looks like it's set up with a couple of beds in it. She sells blueberries. There's lots of blueberry bushes and stuff out here. Her name is Ruth. I didn't get to meet Ruth. I met Ruth's husband though. Pretty neat little place. Blueberry Hill, Appalachian Trail. Now I gotta get back down this highway to the trail without getting run over. It's early in the morning. Much cooler this morning, much cooler. Very nice. I think the temperature is in the 40s. The next big climb will be Greylock, which is the highest point in Massachusetts. Going into the town, trail goes through the town of Dalton. I'll be there today. Probably get in and eat a meal. Don't need it, but probably not going to pass up the opportunity either. I may get there too early. I don't know. I don't know if there's any breakfast places or not. I really hadn't even looked to see how far. I just know it's this morning. And with me leaving so early this morning, I've been making really good time so far because it's cool and no climbs, no bugs. I'm not sweating like crazy. Warner Hill. Let's check this out. Ooh, I bet that's Greylock. Yeah, that's Greylock. That's where I gotta go. That's that big tower on top of Greylock. Yeah, the mountains get bigger. This is just, they don't even call this a mountain, they call it a hill. Greylock is the highest point in Massachusetts. Bascom Lodge is up there. The old CCC Lodge. All right, let's keep rolling. This morning I'm continuing to pray for Don. He's being transferred. He was transferred last night to Ochsner's in New Orleans. And there's a specialist that works just with small intestines. He's going to be working on him, doing an exploratory thing to see what's going on. He's been feeling a little better and has done, eaten and done well, but still apparently got bleeding going on. There's the sun. I'm praying for Dr. Daniel Rains as he works with Don. Lord, be with my buddy, be with Don, be with Daniel, Dr. Rains as he does this exploratory procedure on his small intestines. I pray that you find what's going on. He would find what's going on, Lord, and you'll start the healing process on Don. Lord, we love you and we trust you in Jesus' name. Drummer woodpecker beating on the wood bark. Needs to work on his rhythm a little bit. Yeah, I hear a train. It's got to be going through Dalton, and then I just heard a turkey gobble.
Hoo, hoo, oh, hoo, hoo, oh. How about that?
I hope you heard him. Sign said trains come very fast here, especially from the east. He's sitting out there waiting on one, I guess, on the side track. This is Dalton, Massachusetts. When I came through before, I stayed at the Vardy's backyard. It's coming up here on the left. That might be it right there. Well, it's coming up pretty soon. Let me look. That's on down here a little bit. Tom Lavardi, I believe it's the name. Just a nice guy who lives on this street, lives on the AT because this AT goes down this street. And he allows you to pitch a tent in his backyard. He'll put snacks out for you in the morning on his porch. Very nice. Me and OG were hiking along together through here, and we both stayed in his backyard. I remember the next day we hiked all the way up to the top of Greylock. I don't think I'll make it to the top of Greylock today. There it is, right there. See the water. He's Katahdin. He was really nice. I bet somebody stayed here last night too. Katahdin 617, Springer 1545. Not less to go ahead of me in it. Nice guy there. I hear a train. Train got to cross that track just in time. I give you 3 guesses what river this is. First 2 don't count. That's right, it's the Housatonic. We're getting ready to cross it again. That's a power plant, another one of those generating stations. And that's Sweet Peas, which got Milkshake there in 23, but it's closed down now. Sad, so sad. I should open up 100 ice cream places along the AT just to help hikers out. Anybody want to loan me that money? Just had my brunch at the Juice and Java house. Very good. I had croissants, had bacon and egg and cheese croissants. Really good. Headed back to the trail now. Had to come off trail a little bit to get here. Not far. Good. Juice and Java. This is not a good sign. I've been seeing like a 4-wheeler track coming up the mountain. And I was trying to think, they don't allow 4-wheelers and stuff up here. I'm wondering if I heard the siren a little while ago. It sounded way off. This is very disturbing to see that. See that backboard laying there with the first aid kit beside it. Very disturbing. Well, I never know how the day's going to go. and I know I knew it didn't have much elevation today, and I knew I was going to be walking through town some. I knew I was going to be able to eat in town, which is good, which kind of makes me hurry sometimes, I think. But it's 10 minutes after 12, and I've gone over 14 miles. And I only got 18 to do today, if I go to where I plan. And I really want to stick to my plan because of the big climb over Greylock. And don't want to, and I'm going to only do 15 tomorrow. 100% the cool weather helps for sure. No doubt about it. No bugs today. I'm not soaked in sweat in the first 15 minutes of hiking. So I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I passed 2 ladies walking on the sidewalk in Dalton, and they said, "How do you stand this cold weather?" And I said, it's hard for me not to just laugh. I said, "This is wonderful. This is not cold." They all had their coats on and all. And some guy, day hiking, with no pack or nothing, had a puffy on, big black gloves, and a toboggan and passed me. He was going faster than me. But he pulled his glove off, grabbed his phone, and put his glove back on. I was like, oh my goodness. How do you stand that puffy? And so obviously my body temperature is at a different setting than most people. But the temperature was hitting over 90, on those days, a few days ago. I was suffering. I know I got all of June to go through. I know I'm gonna have some more of it. Ooh, what was that? Usually I think snake in Mississippi, anytime I come over water like this. I don't think that's a snake. That water's cold, I bet. I don't really see any sign of beaver, but that looks like the beaver calls it. Yeah, there's beaver dam that up. It's just grown up over it. I'm gonna sit down here and eat lunch, even though I just had breakfast 2 hours ago. Good spot. Yesterday I asked you to pray for Barbara, my Sunday school teacher's mother, Philip's mother, and I appreciate you praying for her. And she ended up having a surgery. She had some screws put in her hip, just 2 stitches. So yesterday afternoon late, she had that done around 6 o'clock, and then she's able to sit up on the bed today a little bit. She has some other things going on. She's in her 90s, and she just has some other things and complicating, and she's needs our prayers. Philip does too. Philip's planning to be in Africa next week, so I know this has got him kind of wondering what he needs to do. So pray for them, Philip and Barbara Reeves. Philip's the son, Barbara's the mother. Phil was the daddy who I knew very well, who had died a few years ago. At one time, a long time ago, I was in a small group with him. He was a very good man, very spiritual, very, very good person. Miss him as it does everybody else. As I said, they, for years, were pillars in our church. And, they've passed the torch on now, as happens. Pray for Miss Barbara. Okay, this is a blue blaze. It's supposed to be steep. Where I can go is called Cheshire Cobble, where you can overlook the town of Cheshire, where I'll be staying. I don't.
Well, honey,
I gotta give you about the credit you need it.
I did. Can you do that?
She right here.
Pink.
You see the stone?
I can make this bigger house. Don't move. I'm gonna take a picture of it. What were you saying?
I had company, so I couldn't talk about it much, but that was Cheshire Cobble, overlooking the town of Cheshire, and that was Greylock off in the distance with the towers on it. And that's where I'm going tomorrow. I just dropped down into Cheshire. The trail does like it does in Dalton. You get right on the street. There's a blaze on that pole. I'm wondering how these robot lawnmowers work, if they work. You can't even hear that one running. Diane's Twist is closed. I got here before 3 o'clock and it is closed. I think I stopped here before. We accept cash only, but they have real milkshakes. Yeah, I ordered and got my last time and got out this back door. I remember. Now, I'm just gonna stay down here somewhere is where I'm staying. Okay, 18.6 miles here to Father Tom campsite. There are 2 other section hikers here, and it's been a good day. I rode in, I think I checked in on far out at 2:50. So I've been here since 2:50, and it's after 8 now. I have just been chilling. I started to walk to town one time and saw that it was going to be a half a mile to go to the Dollar General, and I said, nah, it's not worth it. But I'm gonna be up early in the morning because Dunkin' Donuts opens at 5, so I'll be up early. No milkshakes today, but I did get to read a lot of my comments. I've started from the oldest videos I had out there and started reading comments coming closer to now, so I am trying to get caught up on some of them. I have a shorter day tomorrow, but I do have to go over Greylock, so it's going to be a good bit of elevation. So I may be out a while before I get my ride into Catamount and start working on videos again. So I probably won't be reading comments until I get caught up on videos. It's a kind of a cycle. Yeah, I need a 0 bad to do that. All right, hope you had a good day. I did. I got the miles fast and getting lots of rest. So see you tomorrow.